Hi, this is Whitney with PolicyPak Software. If you have existing GPOs and want to find a way to deliver those GPO settings using, well, some other method, then you've come to the right spot. In this video, we're going to learn how to export existing settings from inside of your GPO so that you can then deliver those settings using our cloud service, your own MDM service, or a systems management tool like SCCM. So the first thing you'll need to do is have the old GPO. So I have a GPO Export demo right here. It is linked to my sales OU. So before we look at exporting the settings, let's look at what the settings are doing in a domain joined environment. So over here on my endpoint, I can see the results of my preferences settings, my ADMX settings, and my security settings. So my preferences settings right here has delivered a Visit PolicyPak shortcut to the desktop. My security settings have renamed the guest account to PolicyPak Guest, and my ADMX settings have changed the screensaver settings and locked them down. So I am hit with the Mystify screensaver and a 10-minute timeout that I cannot change. So those are the settings that are already inside of the GPO. So now let's look at exporting these as XML so that you can then either upload them to the cloud service, wrap them up in an MSI and deliver them using your MDM service, or you could wrap them up in an MSI and deliver them using something else like SCCM. So we're going to come to this GPO, we're going to edit it, and you'll need to work on the side of the GPO that has the settings in question. So my preferences and security settings are over here on the computer side. So I'll come over to the PolicyPak node, go down to the GPO Reductions and Transitions pack, and choose the GPO Export Manager. So the first thing I'm going to do is export preferences. This is just going in and grabbing the preferences that are already inside of this GPO. We're not creating anything here. So I'm going to export preferences and get this wizard. So I'll choose Next. It lets me know that this is the preference that's inside of this GPO here. So I will check yes, I do want to export that. And here I can preview the file name and change that if I would like, but I'll hit Next. And now I need to specify where I'd like to put it. I'm going to put it in my XML folder right here, and we can finish out. All right, let's move on to security settings. We will go through yet another wizard. We will choose Next. This is the setting that's already there. That is renaming the guest account. We do want to include it in the export, so we'll hit Next. We can turn on item level targeting here to filter this to a particular machine, set of users, or any of a number of different criteria. But we're going to click Next, and we're going to save this right here to my XMLs folder, which is right here. We'll call this Rename Guest, and finish up. All right, now my admin templates settings are on the user side, so I'll need to come over here. Come down to this side, choose the GPO Export Manager on the user side, and choose to export admin templates. When I hit Next, it's going to open up the GPO and let me know what admin template settings are in here. So I'm forcing a specific screensaver, and I have a screensaver timeout. We saw that earlier in the works when we looked at our endpoint. So I'm going to export those two. Let's save them to our XMLs folder and call them Screensaver Settings. And this looks like it's creating a collection, but it is not. It is simply writing it to the XML folder that I specified. All right, so now we can close this. We will minimize, and we can come over to the XMLs folder and see, there we have it. We have our rename guest, we have our shortcut to visit PolicyPak, and we have our screensaver settings. So now that you have these XMLs, what are you going to do with them? Well, check out our next videos that will go over your specific scenario on how to deliver these settings. Hope this helps you out. Thanks so much.